Welcome to 15 amazing free plugins for your Minecraft server. In other words, part 2 of the brand new top 15 free plugin series. Some of the plugins I will be covering in today's video you might have seen on my channel before, but every single episode of this series will only cover unique plugins, meaning these 15 will be completely different from the first part of this series. Also, all the plugins on this list are 100% free to download and use, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, if you wish to suggest a plugin for inclusion in a future episode, you can do so over on my Discord server, the Casasura Universe. Link can be found down below. We got a suggestions channel where you can create a new post, select the top 15 tag, and send a link to the plugin you think should be included. It is once again not a 100% guarantee, but I will look over these suggestions and might pick a few for future inclusion. I also want to ask you to double check if you're actually subscribed to my channel. Almost 90% of my daily viewers is not actually subscribed, even though clicking that button is 100% free, and it would help me out so much if you did. So the first plugin on today's list is TCP Shield. Now, TCP Shield is a plugin and a program essentially, which you can use to make sure your Minecraft server doesn't get hit by bot attacks. AKA, it makes sure you don't get DDoSed. For those who don't know what DDoSing is, it is essentially a cybercrime where a ton of bots are being sent to a single IP address, overloading it and crashing it. This can also completely crash your Minecraft server and ruin a lot of fun for a lot of people. The TCP Shield is a proxy service, which you set between the players and your server. So all the players will first join a server from TCP Shield, and after that, TCP Shield will send the players to your actual server. This second layer of security is very effective, preventing DDoS and bot attacks, and if you're experiencing these on a regular basis, I would highly recommend using it. Next up on the list, we got Screaming Bedwars. Now, this is a Minecraft plugin that, like the name might suggest, adds Bedwars to your Minecraft server. If you've ever played Bedwars on, for example, Hypixel, then you basically know what this plugin can do. It allows you to create a Bedwars game from your own custom map. It has the shops, it has the spawners, you can play solo or in teams, whatever you prefer, this plugin can do it. Now, there is also an add-on for Screaming Bedwars that will make the plugin look incredibly much like Hypixel Bedwars. So if you want to recreate exactly that, but then with your own maps, that is a possibility. From my own experience, it is one of the best Bedwars plugins out there, and I would recommend checking it out. Then we got an old classic, a plugin that most people have probably heard about before. It is none other than WorldGuard. Now, WorldGuard is just an amazing Minecraft plugin that every single server should be running at this point. It does need World Edit to work, but when you got both installed, you're able to claim locations where your players will then be unable to break any blocks. Now, the most powerful thing about WorldGuard are its flags, which are essentially individual settings you can change per region. Now, it is great for protecting spawn areas, but also if you want a dedicated PvP zone, or you want a building area inside of a spawn area, even that is possible. The possibilities are endless, and there are a ton of other plugins that hook into WorldGuard. For example, Advanced Region Market, which allows you to sell WorldGuard regions to players for in-game currency. It is just super cool, and even though this plugin is quite old, it is still being updated to this day, and I would say it is pretty essential to have on your server. Now, the next one is very simple, but does add some extra depth to your Minecraft server. It is called Leveled Mobs, and this plugin will literally level mobs on your Minecraft server. So instead of every single skeleton or every single zombie having the same amount of lives and the same amount of health, it will actually differ depending on their level. Higher level mobs are harder to defeat, while lower level mobs will be easier to defeat. Now, the level mob spawn-in all depends on certain criteria. For example, how far away you are from the spawn of the server. So the further you've gone into the wilderness, the harder mobs will become. So if you wish to add some extra difficulty to your Minecraft server, then this plugin definitely delivers. Now, next on the list, we got one of the best free shop plugins out there. Yes, it is none other than Economy Shop GUI, a 100% free GUI shop plugin. Now, I'm aware there is a premium version, though for 99% of all its features, it is not needed. Now, Economy Shop GUI literally adds a GUI to your Minecraft server where players can buy and sell items in. Now, it comes with a default setup, but you can customize pretty much everything you see. So from the items that can be bought and sold, to the prices they can be bought and sold at, and also just overall how the GUI looks. Everything is customizable. So if you're looking for any type of GUI shop for your server, this plugin will definitely do. Now, the next plugin, I just have to put it in here. It has to be in one of the top 15 videos because it is just an amazing plugin. It is also 100% free, and even though most of you know it already, it is worth mentioning. Yes, I'm talking about Essentials X. Essentials X is a 100% free core plugin, as I like to call it. It adds more than 100 brand new commands to your game, like /home, /tpa, /spawn, and a lot more. Essentials X also has a ton of side plugins that you can install that will allow you to do things like chat management. And you can even connect it to your Discord server. It is super impressive. And even though there are a lot of other core plugins out there, Essentials X somehow always manages to stay on top. But I've made a complete video about everything Essentials X has to offer. I will leave it linked as a card, so if you want to know more, just check out that video. And then it is time for a plugin that could be very useful in, for example, a prison server. This is MineX Regen, a beautiful plugin made by my trusty Discord mod, Humbo. This plugin will regenerate ores and farmland after you've created a regeneration region around it. So you got all of these ores, you select them, and then every single time a player breaks one of the ores, it will turn into a bedrock block, and after a set amount of time, it will regenerate so you can mine them again. Now, the same thing works for farmland, which is really cool, and prison servers, but also many other types of Minecraft servers can definitely benefit from a plugin like this. It is incredible, and I would definitely recommend it. Now, not a single list of amazing free plugins is complete without mentioning Dynmap. Dynmap is an awesome plugin for Minecraft, which will allow you to have a complete online map of your server with real-time player tracking and a lot more. Now, you can have a map for all of your worlds. And you can even choose between having a top view or more of a 3D view. It is so awesome, and I still can't comprehend how a plugin like this can be 100% free. If you run any type of faction or SMP server, this plugin would definitely be worth getting. So do check it out. And we're immediately moving on to a plugin that can be used to efficiently ban people from your server. It is Advanced Ban. Now, this plugin takes your banning to the next level. Instead of just having a /ban command, you're now also able to warn people, you're able to temp ban them for a set amount of time, you're able to kick them, you can also set a reason and make sure that all of your moderators can actually see that reason, so that way your entire staff team is up to date on what is going on with certain players. Now, some of the features of this plugin are awesome, and even though some core plugins already add many of these options, Advanced Ban just takes it to the next level. So if you for some reason have to just constantly ban a lot of players, definitely check this plugin out. It could be incredibly useful for you. Now, another plugin that is really useful is Chest Shop. Chest Shop is just so easy and so cool. You can literally place down a chest, put on the sign whatever you're selling and for how much, and your shop has been created. Now, Chest Shop is also fully compatible with WorldGuard, which I covered earlier in this video. So if you have both installed, you can actually make it so that players can only create chest shops in certain regions, which is super useful. Now, it is really nice to have a player shop system if you don't want to worry about balancing your economy at all. Balancing can be a very tough task, but instead you can just let players balance their own economy by not selling anything inside of a GUI, but just letting players decide their own prices in their own shops. It is a system I've used a lot in the past, and I could only recommend it. Now, what I would also recommend is having a cool plugin that allows you to send images inside of Minecraft. Yes, I'm talking about Chat Image. This plugin allows you to send every single image you want inside of Minecraft. It will pixelate it so it fits the Minecraft style, and then it just works. Now there is a system built in that makes sure NSFW pictures and stuff like that cannot be sent. And even though not every single image will look that beautiful because everything is pixelated, it is still a crazy cool feature to have. And on top of that, it is free, so you can just test it out, nothing to lose. Okay, next on the list, we got another plugin that has to do with spawners. This one is called Silk Spawners. And after installing it, it allows your players to mine spawners and place them wherever they like. Now, of course, with the plugin being called Silk Spawners, people do need Silk Touch on their pickaxe to actually mine the spawner. Now, you can also completely customize the drop chance, so you can make it so that every single time a player tries to mine a spawner, there's only a 50% chance of it actually dropping. And it might also just break. Now the plugin fully relies on permissions, which means that you can, for example, make it so that only VIP players can mine spawners. And for regular players, it will break 100% of the time. It is very cool, customizable, and it might be worth looking into. Now then, next up, we got a plugin that adds so much cool stuff to your server. It is actually insane that this plugin is free. I am talking about Aura Skills, formerly known as Aurelium Skills. A skill plugin that can be compared to MC MMO, which essentially adds all sorts of RPG skills to your Minecraft server. So that means every single time you mine, you break a tree, you kill a mob, you will gain XP, and eventually you can level up, making you better at doing that certain task. The plugin also adds mana to your server, and using mana you can activate certain effects. There are, for example, effects out there that will make you mine blocks instantly for 15 seconds. It will cost you a bit of mana that will after that regenerate. Now, besides the plugin being free, it is also very customizable. And if you want to add an additional RPG layer to your survival server, this plugin is really worth checking out. And the fact that it's free makes it even better. Now, we are not done yet because we got two more plugins to cover. One of them is a bit of a proactive plugin, but still important to mention. Placeholder API. This plugin will add a ton of placeholders to your Minecraft server. It is also compatible with a lot of other plugins. In case you don't know what a placeholder is essentially something that holds the place for a piece of information. So the placeholder %player% will, for example, display the player's name who's looking at it, and the placeholder %kills% will display the amount of kills this player looking at it has. Now, of course, these placeholders get a lot more complicated, but it is just one of those essential plugins that you want installed, and a ton of other plugins will benefit. I would definitely say this one is essential, and I would highly recommend checking it out. And then the very last plugin of today, it is none other than Fancy Physics. Now, Fancy Physics is a very cool plugin that will add physics to your Minecraft server. It is essentially the physics mod, but then in plugin style. When something in-game explodes, you will see blocks flying around. When you mine a tree, the tree will actually fall down. Those are physics, baby. That's how it works. And I gotta say, I love this plugin. It is super cool. And even though it might not be for all servers, as these physics will change up how Minecraft works a little bit, it can still be an incredible addition to your server, and I can at least recommend checking it out for yourself. And that is gonna be everything for today. I want to thank you so much for watching. Do make sure to double check if you're actually subscribed to my channel. Almost 90% of my viewers is still not, though it is 100% free and would help me out so much. Also, don't forget to join my Discord and leave a suggestion for a plugin I should include in the next episode. It would be awesome to hear what you guys want to see. And also, thank you so much to my channel members for the incredible support. You guys are truly legends. And then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!